Friends, today I come with a heavy heart. We all learned about the death of Charlie Kirk, a man of great faith, of courage, a man who gave his life sharing God's truth with the next generation. Charlie's voice was heard on college campuses and across this nation, calling young people to live boldly for Christ. He was a warrior for truth, and his passing, it leaves a gap that only the people of God can fill. Charlie's America Comeback Tour was more than an event. It was a movement, calling us back to biblical truth, back to courage, back to raising up strong, valiant voices who will not bow to fear. That's how he lived. His message was, if America is going to come back, it must begin with the people of God returning to him. There's a gap now, a gap where Charlie once stood, a gap where our children are being challenged every day. They face pressures like no generation has ever before, confusion and doubt, fear and broken identity. Who's going to stand in that gap? Who will raise up the next generation of warriors for Christ? Well, friends, that begins with me. It begins with us. I'm praying for our young people to stand up on every campus and take the truth boldly. It's my prayer what the enemy thought would silence the one will now be a megaphone in his ears, with thousands of young people standing up on every single campus, middle school, high school, college, universities, all of them, and speaking up for God's truth. We're talking about our children and our grandchildren. We are called to raise a warrior for Christ. And here's the truth. We cannot raise warriors if we ourselves are weak and weary and unwell. To fight the good fight, we must be strong in faith and in body. God has given us a recipe, not just for spiritual strength, but for physical, emotional health too. Spiritually, we come back to his word. We anchor our minds in truth. We build a prayer life that keeps us steady when storms come. Physically, we have to reclaim our health with foods God created, real whole foods that heal the gut, restore the energy, sharpen the mind. And emotionally, we have to let go of bitterness. We have to walk in forgiveness. We have to renew our thoughts daily in Christ. This is not about diet and trends. This is about being fit for the calling of God, raising up our children, raising strong children, ready to fill in the gap. Charlie's Comeback Tour, it called young people to take a stand. But today, we recognize there's a deeper call. Come back to God's principles. Come back to godly wisdom. Come back to caring for the temple he gave us, our bodies, our minds, and our hearts, so nothing can interfere with his purpose in our lives. This is the comeback that America needs. Not just political, not just cultural, but spiritual, physical, and personal. A comeback that begins in the heart, flows into the home, and leads student out into the battle armed and ready. And that's what we're doing here. In this community, we are learning God's recipe for excellent health. We're healing the gut, we're strengthening the heart, we're renewing the mind so that nothing holds us back from living as valiant warriors for Christ. If you want to walk this journey with us, learning how faith and health come together, I'd love for you to be a part of this community. Not for me, but so together we can raise up the next generation. I want my children and my grandchildren to be strong in the body, strong in their mind, and strong in their faith. Actually, they already are. Charlie Kirk gave his life to a cause greater than himself. Now it's our turn to honor his legacy, not just in words, but in lives transformed, healthy, courageous, and faithful, and bold. Let's fill the gap. Let's reclaim what was lost. Let's raise up warriors for Christ. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. We can, as mothers and grandmothers, raise our children and our grandchildren to fill in the gap. What the enemy thought he was taken down with one is going to be filled with thousands. Students standing up on every single campus. But as the caretaker of the home, I need to make sure my children and my grandchildren are being fed healthy meals so they have the mind to do it. They have the stamina to be strong, because we have to feed them healthy foods to get them out there into the battle so that they are armed physically as well as spiritually. Thanks for letting me share this with you and sharing my heart. I'm Annette Reeder from thebiblicalnutritionist.com.